Yes.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Jamil.
And we are here at the beautiful FAU campus in such an incredible stadium.
Listen, this right here lets me know that football season is around the corner.
Yes, your favorite time of year.
Man, you just smell the grass. You walk out and you just smell the grass, and you know summer training is about to start, and games are about to pick up. We're here at the FAU Stadium, one of the most beautiful stadiums here in South Florida. It's a pleasure to be across our southern border.
I know we left Delray Beach, guys.
Went south of the border.
This is how big of a deal it is that we actually left our town, came a town over, but it's so worth it. I mean, I really didn't know what to expect walking into the stadium. You know, I went to a big football school. And I walked in and I was like, wow, this is here in South Florida. This is unbelievable.
But I'm happy you say South Florida because it's something about the FAU community with the events, with the football, with the sports. They're dragging, I mean, a fan base from all over Florida. And it's very rare. I mean, you would think, okay, back in the days you had University of Miami, you had the three big schools, Florida State. But
Not
now,
anymore.
FAU is on that level now, you know, so FAU is really, especially with their run in the Final Four with the basketball. They're doing phenomenal things here.
Big deal.
Phenomenal things. Big time here at FAU.
Well, you have a big thing coming up.
Yeah, so tomorrow it is our annual fundraiser for Atlantic High football program. Everybody know I'm no longer the head football coach at Atlantic High School. However, I'm still partaking into activities just to help the program. The new head coach is Coach Murray. And I mean, the kids are phenomenal. So it's just, my heart is there with the program no matter what. So we're working with the Red Meat Lovers Group.
They do a great job.
To put on a fundraiser tomorrow, and our goal this year is to raise money to purchase new helmets for Atlantic High. I think the past 2 years with the Red Meat Lovers Group, we've raised,
amazing.
I think we raised a total probably close to $60,000 the past 2 years for the program, but that's really minuscule to what the program really needs. So tomorrow we want people to come out.
What are you trying to raise? How much are you trying to raise this year?
There's an unlimited, but we need a minimum at least $30,000.
Okay, $30,000 to get them helmets. So guys,
helmets,
even if you can't attend, support in some way. So if people want to get tickets to come or they can't come and they want to donate, maybe you have kind people out there that just want to donate money to the program. How do people get in touch?
So Eventbrite. So if they go on Eventbrite, they can see where they can purchase tickets. Or you can just contact me directly. Go in the inbox, and it's actually going to be at the Haggerty Social at the Car Museum there. So there's a lot of food vendors that's going to be there. There's a lot of auction items that we have as well, so it's going to be a nice party. We turn it into a nice party. A lot of the people from the community come out and we hang out, man.
It's a beautiful event.
Yes, a lot of fun, So we need all of the support that we can get. And even if you don't have monetary funds that you can give to the program, I mean, just sharing the schedule, you know, giving the kids a pat on the back when you see them in the community, whatever it may be, any support really helps.
Yeah, show up to some games.
Yeah, show up to the games. Come out and cheer, bring the kids out on Friday night. Come to our games Friday night and go to FAU games on Saturday night.
Exactly, it's the perfect weekend. So I had the perfect weekend this weekend. I was able to do a staycation at the Courtyard by Marriott. It was so wonderful. I stayed with my family. We had a great time. The rooftop pool was incredible. Such a short walk to Atlantic. You can go to the beach right down the street. And then because I've been working too much, as you know, anybody who knows me knows that I work too much, I got to go to Hand and Stone and get a massage.
I seen the video. You were all pampered up.
It was so nice, guys. It was amazing. And they're part of the...
The downtown development.
And so what they're doing is driving more business for all of us who live in Delray and love Delray and are here to really show us that businesses care. So you get 20% off. There's so many amazing products. And what I love about Hand and Stone, everyone's a trained massage therapist, and you can pick a person based on what kind of massage you want. So you know how you go someplace and they just like bang and you're like, this hurts.
Look,
if you want a deep massage, you can
really
get one.
She got really pampered this weekend.
And I definitely recommend both of those places to anybody here. I was very spoiled, guys. Like usually I feel like I work, and I like don't do anything fun and I don't give myself that time.
You deserve it. It's relaxing. It's good family time.
It was. And we got to bring my daughter and my husband to stay at the staycation. And it's a great spot. Bring your family, do a girls trip, or something with your wife. Maybe you and your wife need some time away. It's a perfect place to go.
Yeah, we actually, this past weekend, we went up to Atlanta.
That's right.
So that drive, oh my gosh. But I also
you could have just done a staycation right here. You didn't have to drive to Atlanta.
Well, I got a chance to see my mom and my son. Their football team played in a tournament in Atlanta. So the Delray Rocks went up and played like the number 3 team in the country, which it was a wonderful weekend for the kids. A lot of these kids haven't even left Delray Beach.
And they got this experience.
Yeah, so the coach raised money and they took a bus up, but we drove. But it was a wonderful experience to go up there with the family, hang out and see my mom. But besides that, I really got to come back to the reason why we're actually here anyway.
In this incredible space.
Yeah, that's enough talking about us and our weekends.
Enough about Delray Beach in general. We're going to start focusing on Boca.
Yes. So actually, let's bring on somebody that can really talk more about FAU and what they're doing here in the community and really have really grown their brand here in South Florida. Let's bring on Michael. He's our FAU Deputy Athletic Director for External Relations.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Yes.
We are blown away by your facility. I mean, this is top notch and right here in South Florida.
Incredible. It's only 12 years old, truly special place. I mean, we are, like you guys were saying, South Florida's hometown team.
Yep.
We're trying to be selling that motto. It's like we
Yeah.
want to be Palm Beach County, Broward County's hometown team. And Coach Herman is talking about Atlantic High School, Tri-County takeover, keeping guys home, staying home, play football in your backyard, and be a big time school here. And I think we're going to compete. And I don't know if we mentioned, we're going to the American Athletic Conference this year, which is a huge deal for branding and for the community.
Yeah.
The fact that it's going to make our teams and our community explode, bringing bigger brands to Boca. We're going to be broadcasted more. ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Plus, all the time. You're going to be able to find the Owls pretty much anywhere. We've got to do 68 home events this year, so we're going to have multiple teams, not just football. Basketball. All of our basketball games will be covered. We'll do a mix of our other sports here on campus. We've got 19 teams, and we're just a great place. And if you meet our young men and women, they're just tremendous people and represent this community at the highest level. And a lot of them, even here on the set, have was student athletes here as well. So it's amazing the impact they're making on the community as well. And so in our reach here, this last run, this past year we did $2.5 billion in ad equivalency. So we brought that much more attention to Florida Atlantic University and our growth. And I think it's been a really special year, obviously the Final Four run, but our fan base has grown the last 5 years tremendously. You can see our ticket sales for football are up 34% going into the American Conference. We actually sold 1,000 tickets for the Tulsa game on October 7th, which is our first game in the American Athletic Conference. We sold 1,000 tickets on Monday, the first day of single game sales. So you can see the impact instantly.
Well, the one thing that I do love about the football games too is that it's not only just a game, it's the experience surrounding the game. So you really don't have to be a football fan to really come out and enjoy the experience at an FAU game.
It's Division I football. We only have there's only 130 teams nationwide that have it, and we have it here in our backyard. I mean, Delray, Boca, Boynton, we're all here. We're able to take advantage of this. It's a family place too. It's not like going to a bigger sporting event where there's so many things going on. 30,000 people, it really isn't crazy. It really is something that you can enjoy. It's you can find parking reasonably, a decent walk to the ballpark, and it's a great family atmosphere. We got Paradise pricing. We try to keep it all really family friendly, and it's an affordable experience. I mean, you can come here for 4 tickets for under $100.
Wow.
A lot of things you can't do that.
You can't even go. I don't know. I feel like even like you try to go to McDonald's, it costs you $100 now.
So I brought my son here to one of the games, and one of the players gave him a glove and a wristband, and he cherishes that thing.
That's a big
he's in 7th grade, so now his whole thing is like, oh man, I can't wait to play on that field. I can't wait to play for FAU. But just having this in your backyard as a young kid, I remember as a young kid, being able to go to a college game, but it was like Wayland, Miami, or going somewhere else. But having something in your backyard, it really gives a lot of these kids hope, and it really gives them they were looking at these college players like they're heroes already. But it's not only just about football. You guys are doing way more than just football. Here in the community, and I see you guys all over. So I have to take my hat off to you guys when it comes to that, especially with all of the different sports.
And our basketball ticket sales are up 634% in revenue. So
say that one more time. These are big numbers.
634% in revenue. So we've actually blown up a little bit in our season ticket sales. We are probably going to sell out for the season for tickets. So it's going to be a very hard ticket to get come November when the season does start. And we've got an incredible schedule. We're going to be playing on the Jimmy V Classic in New York City. We're playing in Orlando at the Disney Classic on ESPN. So we'll be on ESPN2, I think, during the Thanksgiving time. Playing some big I think Texas A&M, Penn State, us, Virginia Tech are all there. So it's an incredible tournament. And then we open in Chicago against Loyola Chicago, and we're going to the Springfield, Massachusetts to play in the Basketball Hall of Fame Classic. So the doors have opened.
So what you mean to tell me is that when people talk about schools, they can't put FAU in that small schools category anymore. It's just like, not anymore.
You have moved way up.
Get on up.
Way up.
And I think that's the biggest thing. We talk about generations of fans, and we've had people that have been here for a long time. You know, basketball's like, I think we're on our 33rd year of school, or our program. We're young, 22 years of football. I mean, like you're talking about, we're getting our second generation of fan. Your son is now like, I'm all in on being an Owl.
Yeah.
We got more people that want to be Owls than ever before. And you go around the neighborhood and you see people saying, hey, I'll be FAU, you could be anybody else. So you're starting to see that a lot more that we didn't have, you know, maybe 5-10 years ago, where people want to be FAU and now we want to be the school that's up and coming. I think you're seeing that being like a, you know, a lifetime fan. You're getting generations to finally come. Parents, kids to bring their kids back, you know. It's one of those things you're starting to see.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, to have like even a lot of my friends be part of the first FAU football team. You know, we actually, the first year that you guys existed, I played against a lot of my friends. You know, in the playoffs, we played FAU in the Division I AA playoffs. You know, Anthony Jack and Doug Parker, all these guys, they played running back, and then Coach Higgins, who coaches at Palm Beach Gardens High School, good friend of mine now, but I know you guys are doing a big event for them coming back, bringing them back.
The 2003 team, which is in the Hall of Fame here at FAU, they actually are coming back on August 4th and August 5th. They're going to be here. It's going to be an incredible celebration. I think we got like 70 guys coming back with their families. And it's really cool that they're coming back on a non-football weekend, but then we can kind of buzz them up to come back a couple more games, because a lot of guys are traveling from afar, but they want to come back to their team, and it's really becoming a family. We're really trying to bring back the student athletes, make it a family atmosphere, and we've got some programs built to kind of do that. And so it's really exciting to see, you know, the tightness, and I think that run really brought even the family and the alumni back together, and it showed the power you can be when you're all together, and I think it was really special to see, and it just the moments that it created for all of our fans to be like, want to be part of it more and more, and how do we, you know, be a part of that? And it's really right here, and people don't realize, when we're 1.8 miles from the ocean, we take paradise for granted. We sell winning in paradise. All of our friends in the industry, you know, they get tired of hearing it, but you got to sell 1.8 miles from the beach. This is the only school you can see the only stadium in the country you can see the ocean from your stadium. I mean, it's truly, it's a recruiting tool, and we got to keep our people home and keep them here.
I totally agree.
There's so much
I see a lot of schools
here.
are trying to steal that brand. They're trying to steal that
So
brand.
when you have a beautiful facility like this, a $72 million facility here, and a beautiful stadium here, it's hard to say no to go somewhere else when this is right here.
This is right here.
And you got mom and dad and uncles and everybody and aunts that can come and watch you play.
It's unbelievable.
10, 15
experience.
miles away. It's really special.
Yep. And I like that Tri-County takeover that Coach Herman, that whole model.
Yep.
So I really love that. I sat in some of his team meetings, and I like what he preaches, really, in the spring football.
And he is the winningest coach in the American Athletic Conference. He was 22-4 at Houston, and he preaches winning, and we're going to win. So, I mean, like, that's the thing. It's exciting, and I think being out here this fall is big. And, you know, you can get tickets, 1866 FAU Owls is the number. So if folks need some tickets, and we'll be happy to work with the chamber in any way to get some people out for games. That's what we're here for. So whatever we can do to help, I mean, that's what we're here for, and we want to make, you know, one team, the community, we're welcoming. So we really are excited to keep this thing going. I think, you know, we're, you know, I think it's 22 days from our first soccer game in the stadium. So our women's team actually opens the season August 17th here in the stadium. But football opens here September 2nd. So it's going to be
right
here.
around the corner.
It's going to be here before you know
So
it.
if somebody wanted to go in and look at the sports, what is the website for
It's FAUsports.com. You can just go to
FAUsports.com.
tickets at the top, and it's got all kinds of options for you. But like I said earlier, 1866 FAU Owls, it's right there. And our ticket sales are booming. I think our fan base is going to keep growing. And like Delray, I mean, you guys are 4 or 5 miles away from the stadium. I mean, it's too easy. It's too easy. You
So fast to get
come
here.
down here, and you'll really enjoy yourself. I mean, first 2 games are Saturday at 6 p.m., but now with the TV times, they haven't got the rest of the schedule out yet. But 6 p.m. evening games on those Saturdays, September 2nd, September 9th. Great opportunity to come out and support the Owls.
Bring your family.
bring
It's
your
a
family.
beautiful,
I agree.
beautiful facility. And for people who've never experienced a game, what a better place to come and support your hometown team.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Michael.
you so
And I actually got
much.
something. We're doing a big Paradise Pride initiative right now. We're actually trying to take over as well with Winning in Paradise
Take over.
theme.
Yeah.
On our Paradise Pride, we actually have flags. We want people to fly them. We have yard signs that say
let's
Winning in
fly.
Paradise.
Let's see
So I got you
that.
guys.
Thank you.
Pull it up. It's a big one. It's a big. We taking over.
Yeah, take it over. Fly it big.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
You can
this
take
is
that
beautiful.
to the Atlantic High
I have it upstairs.
tailgate
Take it up
tomorrow.
there. Go up the owl, baby.
Let's go Owls.
So cool.
Yeah.
Well, we are so thankful to be here today. So
thank
thankful
you for
all that
coming.
you're doing for our community.
Yeah, happy to help, and whatever we can do, like we said, reach out to the Delray Chamber to connect with us, and we're here to help.
Yes.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Mike.
you so much.
Thank you guys so
we'll
much.
see you soon at a game. Thank you. Oh, very cool. I think it's so I really love all of the hype about, I'm not a sports person like
Right.
you are, so I don't know the ins and outs of what's happening like you do. But the hype and the energy
Yes.
is contagious.
No, I totally agree. I think they have done a beautiful job here. at
Unbelievable
FAU.
job.
Very unbelievable. I mean, it's second to none. So when I say it's not a small school anymore, it's a
No,
really
it's
big
not.
school.
It is.
Yes. Now I think this next group of guys, and there's a big event really coming up with this core men's group that the chamber really put together.
Yes.
I think this is a rival group to the women's.
Focus on women.
The Focus on Women group.
Jamel gets real competitive and salty about this
I was so happy that this came together with these young men really coming together just to. Yes, I love it.
He was just mad he couldn't go to the team, so he was like, "Oh yeah, well we're gonna show you." And so many wonderful men jumped
Yes.
in and created this group, and you guys have done so many really fun events.
Yes, and I think being that they're from different facets within the business industry is great because it's a way for them to network with one another and to come together, just for men. Just have a nice little men's group, have a good time, fun, network.
And now I'm the salty one because I can't come.
Yeah, you'll be all right. So, but anyways, let's bring on Adam, Jeffrey, and Neil. Adam is the core committee member of Willow Palm Construction. Jeffrey from I Think Financial, and Neil from Main Street. Yes. What's up,
you.
fellas? Yeah. See, we even have a secret handshake. You see
I
that?
know.
Yeah.
I know. I should probably just leave. I should just, go over there and go hang out on that beautiful stadium over there. So for everybody who doesn't even know what CORE is, can somebody tell us in a quick little sentence what would be how you would describe this?
Yeah, so I think the original concept for the core event was to get a bunch of like-minded individuals in a room to network and grow their businesses together.
There you go. That was
good.
very good.
Short and sweet.
That was very good.
Doing premium activities that we don't normally do in networking groups. So we've learned, we went to the Warren and learned about bourbon. We have been on rooftops of hotels learning about men's fitness and grooming. And now we thought the next step was to do some football here.
That's what. Yeah.
I know. I don't know. Every time I hear about it, I'm like, man, how can I get myself? Can I come and volunteer? I mean, because you hear men buzzing about it. So it isn't a lot of networking events, which are wonderful, and you meet people and you shake hands and you do the whole card thing. But this is where you get to have an experience that you otherwise may not have access to, like the Warren doing all kinds of fabulous things. I know he keeps talking about it, and I'm still a little jealous.
But so, what's the significance of FAU in the core event? Why are we here?
So, to Jeff's point, we kind of look for experiences that you just can't go and do. And so we had the opportunity to come here for the spring game. I think invited a couple of people out, and I was like, this is the one. This is the one that we're not going to be able to get without it being a structured event. You're not just going to be able to walk out onto the field and be like, hey, here I am. So
you probably get kicked out if you try that.
Yeah. So that's kind of, we started the communication with RJ, who's been fantastic to work with here at FAU. And I think for the most part, it's gone really smooth. And, this space is fantastic. We're going to do a build your own burger up here in this area at the event that's being sponsored by the Longhorn and Delray. And we try to keep, a lot of the Delray businesses involved in what we're doing and get the guys involved that,
So the event is taking place on August 8th. And what are some other things to really expect that night, at the core men's event that's happening here at FAU?
So I know we're going to go down on the field and do some shenanigans
So
down there.
cool.
Some preseason prognosticators have theorized that we are maybe the worst football team
So
ever
Adam.
assembled. The core of the worst football team ever assembled, the three of us. However, we are going to shake that off. We're not going to listen to them.
So are you wearing your cleats that day? I mean, that night?
Oh, yeah,
Or was-
I have my
Dressed
cleats
up,
ready to go. My cleats are ready to go. My FAU jersey I will have on. We're going to go down on the field and do some photo opportunities and wander around down there. Then we're going to come in and build your own burger. We're going to get a tour of the locker room. The facilities here are really nice. Tour of the locker room. We hope maybe we'll have a football player or two or a coach. We're working on that. We're not sure, but we're just going to have a lot of fun. and hang out with our friends.
Right.
That's what it's about.
I think one of the important things to point out is that, like Adam said, this is a group of guys we started last year, and we've been doing this men's club, and it really has, like, I think, increased the relationships that we have in the community. I know both of these guys here I didn't do business with before the men's club, and now I do business with them. And so I'm grateful for that opportunity to get together with like a group of people every month that's invested in like supporting each other. It's great.
Right. And we've all been to hundreds of networking events, right? So what I like about this group is one, it's actually quite small considering, some of the big mammoth
How
networking.
many people would you say
Let's say
typically
like
you have at an
40 or
event?
so?
Yeah,
ish.
we
50,
kind of
50.
cap
We
it
cap
at 50 sometimes.
So it's
Yeah.
a little bit more intimate. That's great.
Yeah, and it's capped too, so you kind of have that. And then when you're all learning or seeing an experience for the first time together, it's an easy way to talk to someone else about that experience versus like just business right away.
Yeah.
So you can kind of then that the whole business aspect and networking piece kind of happens organically.
It's different when you go into a chamber room into a networking event and you're just tasked with going to meet new people.
Right.
When you're down on a football field, like tossing a football, it's
Yeah.
different,
It's
right?
different,
It's
completely
more
different.
relaxed, and I
Yeah.
think
It's an
everybody feels more
icebreaker, too.
comfortable. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
an icebreaker, so you just start different conversations. I totally agree, and I think this is a very creative,
Very creative. I
very
agree.
very creative idea.
We tried to get outside the box.
Yeah, you're doing it.
A lot of the sponsors, when we started doing this, Neil's one of the presenting sponsors, and they kind of tasked us with like, we don't want to do like this, just go to a restaurant.
Yeah. Right.
We could do that without being a part of this. So, I think it's kind of snowballed into this, we have to build it every.
Oh, and you do. You keep one-upping yourself.
Yeah.
I say this every time. I'm like, okay, I don't think they're going to do, what could they possibly do that's better than, and then now you're on a stadium field. Like, I mean, guys, it's like you think that they've figured out the coolest event, and then somehow they do it again. And I think this is a great event for any of you that are out there who are maybe a little nervous to network, or you're new to town and you don't want to walk into a room where everyone knows each other. It's different guys that come every time, right? So what would you say for somebody who's watching is like not sure if they should buy a ticket or not, because it does sell out. What would be your response?
I mean, I think, especially for someone new to the area, get involved in the chamber, one. That's step one. And then two, as I mentioned, all these other network events, and as you mentioned as well, it's an easy icebreaker. When we're all learning how to make bourbon drinks. I mean, how easy is it to talk, well, this bourbon tastes great. This bourbon I like better, and it's a very easy way to communicate with people, and then it's talked about. I mean, you're going to see the guys running around town, and you will be recognized pretty quickly. So.
And I think we're really invested in the events being fun, so we try to make sure everybody feels included and has fun, right? We don't walk into the field and, bunch off in our little cliques.
No, there's
We
no
make
cliques.
there's no cliques. We make sure everybody's having a good time. It's very important to us.
And,
wonderful.
and Adam's really, we helped control kind of the flow of all these events, and you're almost forced to kind of go and relate with different groups of the larger group. So we have it structured where you're not just like, it's not cliquey, right? It's everyone's just bouncing around to meet people and learning together. So.
Well,
Fabulous.
one thing I could say, we do have a kid from Atlantic that plays on the team, so I'll talk to him about even coming out, even somebody on the coaching staff also from Delray as well. So it'll be great just to have them come out, and so I can try to reach out to some of the people that I know to see if we can even, get them somehow involved into this event, just to come out and have a couple words with you guys.
Yeah, we would love that.
Amazing.
Yeah, we'd love
I
that.
think that'd be great. Listen, where can people get tickets? What do they have to do? Get them quick if there are still any more tickets.
Yeah, so the Chamber of Commerce's website, they have the tickets available on there. They're $35 for members, $65 for non-members, and they go fast.
And that's a great price for such a cool event, because usually you have to pay like tens of thousands of dollars to get on a field like this. So for 35 or 65, I mean, that's a really great steal.
Build your own burger.
That's what I'm talking about.
Alcohol will be involved.
Yes.
Okay.
Capacity.
Listen,
He's
alcohol,
here. He's signed
football.
up now. He's signed up. He's buying his ticket right now.
That's the thing. I think like before they hit the field, they have to take like 10 shots before they start going. That'd be very fun. So it's DelrayBeach.com actually. So you go on DelrayBeach.com. That's the chamber site. You can actually purchase the tickets.
Okay.
So fellas, listen. You don't want to miss this. August 8th. What's the time? What time does it start?
It's 5:30.
5:30. Guess what? You're gonna be able to build your own burger, play some football, have a little drinkity drink. You can't beat that.
And it's networking, so your boss has to let you go. You have to leave work early because this is work.
Yes, this is a business expense.
You gonna be there?
I'm there. August 8th. I'm there. I'm there. I'm breaking
Sorry
my
guys, I'll be
cleats.
outside trying to get
Peeking through the
in.
window.
Outside the fence, shaking it.
She's gonna peep in.
We unlocked the elevator.
She's gonna come in with
That's
the
right,
owl,
guys. So I
the
can
owl
put on a
mascot
baseball
uniform on.
Yeah, oh, that's a good idea. And they'll be like, where'd the burgers go? Well, that owl took them.
like the owl drinking. What's going on?
So
me
fun.
stop.
Well,
But-
thank you for all that you are doing for all of our community and all of the men to be able to network and have some fun.
I wish there was a way to really just really quantify the relationships and business partnerships that really have came out of this group. I don't know if there's a way to capture that, but I think that's value because that's the whole goal and that's the purpose at the end of the day. I know it's hard to quantify and really get that data, but I think it's wonderful. I've heard a lot of people, I met this guy at the Core Men's Group. That's how this was able to,
and
I was able to do
lifelong
my
friendships and business relationships are
you
being
can't
built.
beat it. You can't beat it at all. It pays for itself. But thank you guys very much. I really
you.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us.
Have fun. I can't wait to hear all about it.
We'll tell you about it. We'll talk about it on the next show afterwards too. So you hear about it. All right, fellas. Thank you very much. for
Thank
joining
you
us.
so much.
Even talking about the that networking event tonight at Hawkers. Tonight
we
at
love
Hawkers. That's a YPAS social.
Yep.
YPAS social hosted by a great friend of mine. I think you may know him. 1-800-CALL-E.
Good guy.
So
Good guy.
if you're around, you're not doing anything, great event to come in and network as well. So go on DelrayBeach.com. You can get your tickets.
There's a few
you don't,
left.
Yeah, there's a few left. There's not. You don't have to be a member either. So just go on, come to the event. It'll be nice. You get to try some of their new foods. They have a brand new menu.
It's delicious.
There. So you got to come out to Hawkers and really just network, have a good time, food, drinks.
Yeah.
It's on Lee. Everybody call Lee. If you get in a car accident, slip or fall, call Lee. Taking care. Even if you're hungry, go to Hawkers.
Awesome.
That's it. Hey, but listen, this is what I want to tell people. Being that we're in Boca, I do want you to have a Delray Day, but at the end of the day, too, you can have a Boca Day also. This is the only time I may
Palm
say
Beach
this.
County Day.
Yeah, have a South Florida Day.
There you go.
We love you. Peace. We out.
I invite you to join me at the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce because here we're all about community. With like-minded people and businesses, the Chamber will help your business grow, and you get to connect with people that will become your best friends. Weekly events give you ample opportunities to learn alongside talented professionals. At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, we are better together. Become a member at delraybeach.com.